E equals MC squared and as you know, 14 November, Children's Day in India, and also so so I'm making the video because I've decided I will make a video on every festival, and so here is the video. And I don't know why, but nowadays I like to use slides for the videos. So let's start. Why is Children's Day celebrated? Chil- November 14 marks the birth anniversary of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, the first Prime Minister of India. Uh, it's gonna be actually what? It is actually not Prime, it's Prime Minister. Wait, I think I should do something else. Prime Minister. I literally tried to copy from Wikipedia and some errors happened. I'm very sorry. Prime Minister, yeah. Prime Minister of India since 1947. His birth had been a public event marked by meetings and games for children. And so 10 years later, the Indian government officially declared November 14 will be celebrated as Children's Day. Sorry for another problem, but somehow I don't know how this scene children's is gone. Children's Day is celebrated across India to raise awareness about rights, education and welfare of children. It is celebrated on 14 November every year on the birthday of the first Prime Minister of India, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, was known to have been fond of children. On this day, many education and motivational programs for children are held all over India. You can see I made the picture. This is just random picture. This is the random picture I've put over here. If you want, you can pause the video and read this part or whatever. I guess. Sorry, I mistakenly pressed somewhere else. Facts about Children's Day. On 5th November 1948, the first Children's Day was observed as Flower Day by the predecessor of Indian Council of Child Welfare to collect funds for United Nations Appeal for Children (UNAC) through the sale of flower tokens on 30 July 1949. Children's Day was widely celebrated and publicized through radio articles, cinema, etc. In 1951, V.M. Kulkarni, a United Nations Social Welfare Fellow, while carrying out and study the rehabilitation of juvenile delinquents in the UK, realized that there was no system to under, look after underprivileged children of India. Inspired by the flag observed in England on the birthday of Queen Elizabeth II, you know the Queen who just died this year, 19th September, after like more than 70 years of ruling. I forgot what was that. Children of India, inspired by the flag they observed in England on the birthday of Queen Elizabeth II. Wait, I just read this part. To raise money for the Save the Child Fund, Kulkarni presented a report recommending that Pandit Nehru's birthday could be marked as Flag Day for collecting funds for NGOs, non-governmental organizations, like organizations which are not related to government but help the country. Working for child welfare in India, when Nehru's consent was sought, he was first embarrassed but then conceded reluctantly. While Nehru's birthday, 14 November, had publicly been celebrated all over India since 1947. I know you can see this because of this picture, because of this boy's head in the picture, but I'm just reading it out so you don't need to like see. With public meetings being organized to pay tribute to him and games for children being held, it was only in 1954 that the day was first celebrated as Children's Day. More than 50,000 school children attended the celebration in National Stadium in Delhi. In 1957, 11 November was officially declared Children's Day in India by a special government edict. The Government of India's Department of Post and Telegraph issued first day covers and three commemorative stamps on the occasion of Bal Din, Children's Day. Nehru and the children. Let's just think about Nehru and the children whom he helped or whatever. Let me just read it out. Jawaharlal Nehru was affectionately called Chacha Nehru, which Chacha means uncle, as you can see right over here. Where did the cursor go? So, where is it? Okay. Uncle Nehru. Chacha means uncle, that is. I'm just drawing a line. By children, and their faith in him was a constant source of happiness for him. As a Prime Minister, Nehru wanted to create an atmosphere in the country where the attention is constantly focused on children and their welfare. He had also established Children Film Society India in 1955 so that Indian children could see themselves represented. Nehru's concern for children and their welfare wrote in his book My Days with Nehru. Nehru saw in their innocent faces and sparkling eyes the future of India. He was convicted that no amount of money spent on children and their mothers was too much, and that it was a sound investment for the future. When asked by Ram Narayan Chaudhary in an interview in 1958 if he was fond of children because the future of the country depended on the children, Nehru had replied, I have always felt that the children of today will make the India of tomorrow, and the way we bring them up will determine the future of the country. The philosophy is expressed in the letters written by him to Indira Gandhi, his daughter when she was a young girl. Jawaharlal Nehru's daughter was Indira Gandhi. Facts. The letters were also published as books, letters from a father to his daughter, and the glimpses of world history, which were released in 1929 and 1934 respectively, have gained fame as children's non-fiction book. As Deepa Agarwal writes, any children can respond to their warm, affectionate tone and his lucid and spontaneous style. The wealth of information woven into them and his unique approach to historical facts is an added bonus, communicating humanist values. Sir Walter Crocker, however, mentioned in Nehru's biography, Nehru a contemporary estimate 1966, that Nehru did not really have time or enjoy the company of children. He wrote Nehru did some acting on public occasions and before TV cameras, but never much. The acting was never worse than pose of Chacha, uncle, Nehru with the children. This was at its worst on his birthday for a few years, when psychopaths organized a group of children with flowers and copious photographing to parade with him. It was out of character. His interest in children was slender, but his acting was on the periphery of his personality. He did not fake. The end. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is a special video as I'm also 11-year-old. What should I say? It was a really good day at school or home at school. I enjoyed the celebration. The teachers danced and sang. There was activities, and I also talked a lot with friends. Ate a lot of school provided lunch boxes. It was tasty, and as I'm aware, what should I say? I love to eat food, so yeah, it was a very good day. So, and for now, E equals m squared out.